nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Our first order of business is approving minutes from the previous meeting, starting with the May 13, 2013 work session.
And I make a motion to approve those minutes.
Second.
The motion's been moved by Mike, seconded by Neil. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I will abstain from voting because I was not present at that meeting. The next minutes will be the May 13, 2013 regular meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
It's been moved by Dick, seconded by Neil. All those in favor?
Aye.
I will abstain from those minutes as well. Announcements. The Select Board will meet on the following dates. Regular meetings at 6 p.m. on Monday, June 10th and June 24th, 2013, with work review sessions prior to the regular meeting starting at 5 p.m. All of the above meetings will be held in the Town Hall unless otherwise posted. Weather observations for the month of April are available in the Town Hall. Citizens wishing to be listed on the Selectmen's agenda should notify the Town Hall before 12 p.m. on the Friday before the scheduled meeting. All right, first item on our agenda under new business is discussion and adoption of RSA 31:105. And this is a resolution concerning indemnification for damages policy. Paul, would you speak to that?
It's something that's been done twice in the past, at least twice in the past. It just gives town added protection, gives LGC, our insurance company, added protection, shows somebody try to personally sue any of the board members of any of the boards or any employee of the town of Plymouth.
So it basically holds harmless any town official or person employed by the town of Plymouth from financial loss
Right.
or legal fees.
Is this something that needs to be updated every once in a while, or?
Because this happened before my time, and we can't find a paper copy that we could, no, John Radigan knows it was done twice, but he can't really come up with a copy either.
Okay.
I just thought it would be good, Kate and I started a policy book downstairs.
Yep.
So whenever we adopt new RSAs, whenever we adopt new policies, we keep it in hard copy so that future boards will have it.
Yep, that's good.
Because we know, and we've been told that we've done it, we've checked with past selectmen, they say they did it, but they can't remember when, we don't have a date to be able to find the minutes, we've gone through enough minutes looking already.
Good idea.
I will make a motion to adopt the provisions of RSA 31:105 and the resolution set forth on the proposal.
Second?
Okay, it's been moved by Mike, seconded by Dick. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The resolution is adopted. Our next item is a request for appointment to the Energy Commission by Margaret Mumford. This letter we have in our folders. She indicates that she has been following the Commission's work over the past year and attended the most recent meeting, and that she will be available for the vast majority of the meetings. Her background as Holderness School Sustainability Counselor sounds like that she's pretty well qualified.
I think she has quite a bit of experience over there with, doing the energy use reduction type projects over there and that sort of thing. And I think she's been doing it for a number of years. I thought it was sort of interesting that she said she felt they had done too much of their own work on their house.
questions?
No, I think she, I mean, I'm familiar with her. She'd be well qualified.
Let's go to Kate.
I would make a motion to appoint Margaret Mumford to the Plymouth Energy Commission.
I'll second it.
All right, it's been moved by Mike and seconded by Neil. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Margaret Mumford is appointed to the Plymouth Energy Commission. All right, I have no comments. We have nothing else. Committee reports. Neil?
The planning board, I think it was last week we met. We had another meeting with representatives from the North Country Council. And we're going to have a public hearing coming up soon. And we want to have as many of the public as possible and attend the hearing. And I think we're going to have a second hearing. Pretty much going to start from scratch.
Could you just, I know we talked about this briefly a few minutes ago, but can you just summarize what it is that North Country Council is proposing to do for us?
They're going to try to do more mapping. We don't have any GIS capacity, and they're going to work on trying to get more mapping information released. There was some talk about creating a contract with the North Country Council, I believe, to achieve that purpose.
Neil, does this involve a study of the Tenny Mountain corridor?
That's the focus of the study.
Okay. And so the mapping would be primarily in relation to that,
Right.
that area?
Right, and they want to include, they want to get a clearer image of where the wetlands are, where the environmentally sensitive zone is, where the potential development land is, and get more information from the State Department of Transportation on statistics for accidents and traffic volume, type of traffic. We just need more information.
And is this something that could eventually be worked into maybe the zoning ordinance or some other planning documents that we have in the town? Is that the idea?
Yeah. One of the areas we're going to discuss is landscape design and architecture, and maybe the appearance of buildings and drainage and impacts on sensitive areas such as wetlands and water bodies, and of course highway safety is very important. We have a really rapidly increasing traffic load out there of very broad type. We're getting a lot more, from what I can see, a lot more pedestrians and people using bicycles for transportation, and people trying to cross the highway, and it really looks almost like chipmunks trying to get across the highway. You got trucks that, in my opinion, probably weigh 75 tons going down through there, and one right after another. I see a lot of commercial heavy traffic, and and it's we've got a plan for more traffic, and developing the needs of and the types of commercial interests that we're going to have out there, so that the highway is not a safety hazard. And that's just one point that I have to make.
Has anybody said anything about how long this might take? Do you have any sense of that? Is it a year or?
Well, we might have some proposals by the end of this year.
Okay.
Is the board looking at the 2000, I think it's 2002 or 2003 study? I mean, there were some good recommendations in there.
Well, I think they're going to take into consideration input that they've received in the past.
I guess the second question is the work of the North Country Council going to be covered under our membership dues, or is that an add-on?
I'm not sure about that.
We'll have to get
Yeah.
clarification on that, because I kind of thought it was, but I'm not sure. So,
That's a good question,
yeah,
actually.
that is a good question.
And I guess the last question is has there been any discussion, I mean, I know the discussion is in the early stages. Has there been any discussion about bringing back the proposal for roundabouts?
I think that roundabouts will be discussed, as will probably some of the other types of turns that they have in metropolitan areas for reversing direction and, maybe a rotary,
Yeah.
something bigger than a roundabout, and maybe just signals. I think they're all going to be discussed.
I mean, I'd hate to see more signals. I'd like to see roundabouts pushed.
Yeah.
And I think with
Yeah.
the co-op, moving out to Fairground Road in the next 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, I mean, that's the perfect time to work with them, because they're right at that Smith Bridge Road intersection.
That intersection
And
is
that's
dangerous.
really key. I mean, if a good turnaround area for, reversing direction and coming back,
There.
if you can't make a left off of Smith, you could take a right, I guess if there's a roundabout there, but if you can't make a right out of, George's Barbecue, go down to the roundabout and turn around kind of a thing. It's a good place for it, but.
Did you have anything?
Just the last Water and Sewer Commission meeting, they are discussing the proposal put forward by Mr. McGinley to amend the agreement, I guess it is, between his development firm and the town and the Water and Sewer Board for the perpetual maintenance, long-term maintenance of the utility lines, sewer lines, water lines that go under the Tenny Mountain Highway. So I think that'll probably come up later at the next meeting.
Mike?
I don't have anything to report.
And I don't have anything to report. So, done with that. We have no unfinished business. Is there any public comment?
Not really a comment, but I wondered if you might want to say the date that the public input session for the corridor study is going to be, just in case anybody's
Well,
watching this and they're
Is it this
interested.
Thursday,
I don't know.
I think?
June 6th,
Oh, June 6th?
yeah.
So it's the following Thursday. Maybe we have a work session this Thursday.
I think there are 2 consecutive ones because
Yeah.
there wasn't one last week because of the holiday.
Well, and Neil, I will say I had to leave 15 minutes early from that meeting, so if it changed after it was first set, then it wouldn't be June 6th.
I'm sure it's posted on the website, so we can get that, but
For the next we're meeting in was it the 8th, 10th?
our next,
Our next meeting, I think it's the 10th.
our next meeting is on June 10th.
June 10th, yes. I'd like to have a discussion, I think soon after we had the election, Kate and Paul kind of reviewed the Board of Selectmen items on our plate for 2011, 2012, and a lot of them were marked off as done, which is great. I mean, the items left on that list was the life safety agreement with the university, which is now completed. And I guess I'm just sort of wondering what's next on on the agenda. I mean, I think if people kind of just brainstorm and, email stuff out or just come prepared. I mean, I think especially with Tenny Mountain Highway and some of the development issues and impact fees, I mean, that's a planning board issue, but, I mean, there's a lot of issues, I think, out there.
And, I mean, that's something that the board members are welcome to do at any meeting,
Yeah.
but I would say that we should be, I mean, I think this is a good time for us to be prepared to bring it up again. The new members have been on for a couple of months and, have seen how we work, so
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Excellent. All right, we have no non-public to discuss, so on that note, I would request a motion to adjourn.
Which I would be happy to make, and will, and do.
Second.
It's been moved by Mike and seconded by Dick. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This meeting is adjourned.
I think we almost